to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, your hostess. We are here today with Jazzy June Snacks 25, an open collaboration hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, for the month of June. We're almost at the end of June, and I have got something I love in my house is fried okra, but we're going to do it in the air fryer, and we're not going to bread it. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to make this keto. So this is okra from my garden, and I washed it and I patted it dry. You kind of want it on the dry side because you're going to add a little bit of oil to it. And we're going to get rid of some of these stems. We're going to cut these in half, and we're going to make a seasoning mix to mix with these. So let's get started. So I'm just going to cut the tops off and then split them in half. Just like that. We're going to get these done and I'll be right back. All right. I have pulled out some garlic powder and some ranch dip seasoning. Now I don't have a full pound, but you would normally use a pound of okra. And I've got my olive oil in my new sprayer, and I can either spray or I can pour. So we're going to set this to pour. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here, just enough to coat those okra pieces. I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. We might go with a teaspoon. And I would use 2 tablespoons plus 1 2/3 teaspoons for my dip. So I'm going to just go with what I feel is good. And this is my homemade ranch dip, but you can buy a ranch dip mix in the store and use that just as well, or any spices that you might desire. So I'm going to go with maybe, I might go ahead and do a full tablespoon of that seasoning. And the idea is to take your okra and get it fully coated. So we're going to do that. And your best tools, of course, is going to be your hands. So make sure you have a clean dish rag or paper towel handy and a way to wash your hands. So we're just going to coat these, and I may have to add more oil, but we want to get them good and coated. Let me grab my towel. I'm going to add a little bit more oil because I think I need just a little bit more oil on them to really pick up all that seasoning. Maybe a couple of tablespoons of oil. Okay, they are good and coated. Let me wash my hands and I'll be right back. All right, I've got my tray here. I'm just going to give that a little spritz just to make sure that they don't stick. You're going to cook these on 400 degrees in your air fryer for about 14 minutes or until they're golden brown. So I'm going to start with them face up. Then some point during the cooking process, I will flip them and cook the opposite side. We're going to try to get a few of them on here. You don't have to overcrowd your trays though. I've got 2 trays in here, so I'm just going to lay these out. We absolutely love okra in our house. And if it's cooked right, you would love it too. I know everybody says, oh, okra is so slimy. It's awful. Well, if it's cooked right, it's not slimy. Got a couple more pieces. Let's see if we can get them all on here. And there we go. So I'm going to get my air fryer set to 400 degrees. So we're going to set our time for about 10 minutes, and then we'll flip them and see how much longer they need to cook. So I'm going to set my temperature to, let's see, we're going to set it to fries, and time is set for 20 minutes, but we're going to check it at 10. So we're going to start this, and there we go. I decided I want a little dip, so I've pulled out some sour cream, and I don't need a lot, so I'm going to do about maybe 2 tablespoons of sour cream. And about a half teaspoon of my ranch dip mix. And we're just going to stir that in. You can see all the ranch stuff in my dip. So delicious. If you're using the basket type of air fryer, you need to shake that basket before you finish cooking it, and mine should be about ready. That's looking pretty good. Now I've let mine cook a little bit longer than I normally would. You want crispy okra, so if it doesn't feel crispy, put it back in there for a couple more minutes. So I'm just going to set it back in my air fryer. And I'm going to let it play out. We'll check it in just a moment. Quick, simple fried okra without the breading. And y'all, it smells good. And it's going to taste delicious. Now, I cooked it a little bit longer in my air fryer. It may be a difference in how long you cook it in your air fryer. So just be aware of that. So you want them crisp, and you want them to be brown. And of course, you want to have something to dip. They're not slimy. They are crunchy and delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm super excited about this snack. Yum, yum. Do you love okra, but you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to eat healthier? This may be the trick for you. Using an air fryer and air frying your okra with just a little bit of olive oil and seasoning. Delicious. And a little bit of homemade ranch dip, or a dill dip, or any kind of dip that you might have on hand. I would even try this with some salsa. It's that good. Thank you, friends, for watching Jazzy June Snacks 25, hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. If you're a content creator, I invite you to join before the end of the month and put out some recipes to encourage all of us to eat healthier. Hey, friends! Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for the many comments, the likes, the friendships, and for sharing this content out. Take a moment and watch all of the advertisements because that is how I get monetized and get paid. I appreciate each and every one of you for your time and your patience. And y'all, I have this special content over here I think you might like.